Welcome to the NAIA softball opening round here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. The Lawrenceville Bracket, day one was a long day, but a good day here as we take a look back at the highlights. Matt Mahoney alongside Daniel Gilman as Georgia Gwinnett would get the winning started early versus Northwestern Ohio, the 4 seed, as Alyssa Melton would get the early RBI. GGC would score 3 runs in the very first frame, get out to an early start there as Tori Robinson delivers a 2 RBI base hit down the left field line, and the top-ranked team in the entire NAIA would flex their muscles on the base path with a bunch of speed too, as Quentin Staten steals a run at the plate, but then stealing some headlines in game number 1. Brianna Fickus hits her 8th home run of the season, a long shot over the left field wall. It would be a 3 RBI home run for the Grizzlies. She would tack on a 2 RBI base knock later as Crystal Busby gets on the action, and the Grizzlies would flex their muscles with 2 runs in the second, 5 runs in the third, another 6 runs in the fifth, en route to a 16-0 victory over the Racers from Northwestern Ohio. The Grizzlies would move forward in the bracket. They would get a relief appearance out of the pen by Jordan Englar. Holly Janker records the last out of the Grizzlies move on in this opening round bracket.
2-3 matchup coming up next. Oregon Tech against Southeastern out of Lakeland, Florida. Let's fast forward to the 4th, where most of the scoring occurred. The All-American Tara Motes comes through with the 3-bagger deep shot to right. It was a pitcher's duel throughout. Lauren Williams balled for Oregon Tech. Hannah Bodenhorn made one big mistake, and it came in the form of Allie Graham. The All-American from 2 years ago came up big over the Willie's Mexicana Grill sign. She's pumped up. Her team is pumped up. Fast forward bottom 5, one mistake made by Lauren Williams comes from the catcher Brandy Peterzak. A bomb. She ties it up. Then the pitchers were on. Duel after duel. A big fly in the 12th. After 7 scoreless innings from Bodenhorn, it came in the form of Rachel Delamore. Delamore gets the big fly. Bottom 12, 1 out away, and they get it. Complete game win for Lauren Williams, and Oregon Tech moves on. Now let's go to the afternoon elimination game between Northwestern Ohio and Southeastern, and the scoring started with Northwestern Ohio. Their first runs in postseason program history on the RBI double by Macy Harder. And then some glove work. The Gold Glove winner, Grace Jackson. The bling-bling out there in center as she robs a base hit. Now we'll look at a couple different looks on the line drive to left, which proves to be another ribby. This one coming from Ward and potentially blowing this one open for Northwestern Ohio. One more out to go. 4-0. Can they get their first win in program history in the NAIA tournament? Yes, they can. Complete game shutout from Aubrey Brunst.
The Racers move forward and survive in the bracket. Meanwhile, in the top half, a winner's showdown here. Sydney Wilhite for the top-seeded Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies. A catcher gets an early web gem for Georgia Gwinnett. More on that on the way. Piper Wagner got the start for Georgia Gwinnett, and the freshman was phenomenal. Roughed up for 2 unearned runs in the second inning, and it was the Owls as the 2 seed looking to stun Georgia Gwinnett, but Nikki Cook would turn the tide with a web gem out in right center. In the top of the 3rd inning, the Grizzlies would go to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Tori Robinson delivers a big-time double to right field. That ties the ball game up, and then Sydney Wilhite goes shopping in the gap, too, as well. Shoots one in the right center field, and the Grizzlies would come storming back to a 3-2 advantage as Georgia Gwinnett would not be denied tonight. Piper Wagner inside the center circle was fantastic, and the defense might have been even better. What a catch by Quentin Staten over at 3rd. Wagner would go the complete game, 7 innings, give up just 5 hits, scatter 2 runs, both of them unearned. Georgia Gwinnett would add an insurance in the 6th, and then Hal Fitting. After momentum-swinging play for Nikki Cook in center, she would get the final out of the contest. The celebration was on for Georgia Gwinnett. For the first time in program history, they are 2-0 in the opening round. They are sitting in the driver's seat as we take a look at the bracket here. Georgia Gwinnett has sailed through the top side. They sit at that 2:30 championship round matchup, and they will face the winner of Oregon Tech and Northwestern Ohio. We'll get things started at 12 noon tomorrow. We're going to try to squeeze this entire tournament in with 3 games tomorrow. Daniel, it's going to be a crazy day. 4 games today, 3 games tomorrow. We do have weather in the forecast here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, so be patient with us. Final thoughts here as we wrap up a crazy first day.
Unbelievable amounts of patience, not just from the defense, but the offense. You go down 2-0. You need to regroup and have posure, and that's what GGC did. They had poisure, they had posure, whatever you want them to have in the field. Give all the gloves away. You had Q, you had Wilhite, and Nikki Cook with maybe the catch of the year, one of the best catches I've ever seen, as we had hit after hit in front of us. As fans of the sport, it was an intense day of games.
Absolutely.
12 innings in the marathon. Then we saw a team win their first ever postseason game, and then we saw GGC, the host, win their first ever 2-0 start.
Grizzlies are in the driver's seat for that contest again tomorrow. Fans, be sure to log back onto our website, grizzlyathletics.com. Check out the Tournament Central page there, as we'll have updates for you all day long on day 2. Be sure to follow us on Twitter as well. With any sort of delays or change in the schedule, that will be the first place you can find it out. For Daniel Gilman, I'm Matt Mahoney and our entire cast and crew. 4 games in the book from day number 1, and we look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow for the Lawrenceville Bracket of the NAIA Softball opening round.